I'm manifesting a whole new life, and then I'm surprised when everything's falling apart. Yeah, this happens to people quite a lot, to be honest with you. But it's not a bad thing. It's just the current reality that you're experiencing is no longer stable because you've been putting thoughts into a new reality. So it has to crumble a little bit. It doesn't mean that you have to go through a bunch of chaos. I don't want people thinking that. It's kind of a limiting belief. But if it does start to rearrange in a way that seems all kinds of wonky and whatnot, like it's doing the complete opposite of what you want, persist in that good mental diet. Don't let it tell you now that, hey, this isn't working. You're getting change. You don't need to think, oh God, did I do it in reverse? What's happening? What the fuck? It's changing. Keep your mind focused on the end. Keep yourself stable in what you want. And let it end up that way. There's been many times where I worried that things were going to get all kinds of messed up. And I did let the 3D tell me a little bit of what was happening. Then it went the way that I thought it would based off of that. I've also had many times where I've been like, no, silly thing out here. I know how it's going. And it did not look like it at all. It did not look like anything was going to happen. And at the same time, I'm just sitting there like arrogant as hell with it almost. It's more confidence in manifesting that, no, it's going to go how I want. And it did. Even though everyone's telling me it's not. You have to get a very strong confidence in your ability to manifest, and the fact that everything out here is a projection of everything that was going on inside of you. So if you created a bunch of chaos before and it looks like a dumpster fire, and you've now been putting in a lot of work for good things, and it's starting to change, and that dumpster fire is like roaring up with flames, maybe it's just burning the rest of that to the ground, and it's about to, kind of like a phoenix or whatever. I'm kind of a nerd, so rise from the ashes kind of thing, and you're about to get a whole new reality. You can ride with it and be like, hey, it might be changing a little bit more than I thought it was supposed to or whatever, and mess with it a little bit in the way. Or you can stay committed to that end goal that you wanted and get that too. I've done it both ways. It is up to you. And I know sometimes the mind can be a little unruly bitch, but if you can learn to control it, you can steer your life in a way that you never thought you could. And it sounds like a control freak thing, but I am telling you from experience. Like, the more that you control your mind, the more you let yourself tell you what's happening rather than let everything outside of you tell you what's happening, the more you're going to find that this is very real. So don't let it throw you. Like, the fact that it's changing is a good thing. Just tell yourself it's changing and all of it's falling into place how you want. And it will. So if it doesn't look like the end yet, or if it doesn't look like the way you saw it in the end, it's not the end.